Lukan online here at the Beat London 103.6 FM with my special guest who goes by the name of
Stephen Malcolm is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, okay, first and foremost, I'm going to put in the sound effects. Don't worry about it. I've got it covered. Okay,
get it up.
covered.
Good to know.
You paused then, so I've got this habit of just letting everybody introduce their own self because I
like
don't want
that.
to do it. So, but Stephen Malcolm, welcome. How are you doing, sir?
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm in the UK rocking some festivals, so I'm blessed, my bro.
Sort of, you kind of mentioned on that, so okay, so let me just pre-warn you. I don't know what it is, but I tend to jump around a little bit. So if I don't follow a certain flow, don't worry about it.
Hey, I'm all with
We're going to get there, okay?
Let's do it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So you're going to be doing some festivals, I heard you saying, just before we started recording.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Tell me about these festivals. What are you doing?
Man, Big Church Fest. This is my second time doing
You're doing
it.
Big Church Fest tomorrow?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
yes,
right.
sir, man. I'm excited about that. This will be my second time doing it.
Yep.
Illuminate Stage, 1:30, and I'm also doing Notting Hill Carnival, man.
You do Notting Hill Carnival as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So just for everyone listening and knowing, this has been a pre-record, so this is going out after Notting Hill Carnival and after Church Fest, but it's all good. Don't worry about it. So maybe you would have even caught Stephen Malcolm in the act already, so you'll be hearing this after his performance, but it was recorded before his performance, just letting you know. Okay, cool. How many times have you been to London?
Man, this is probably, I think, my third time, bro.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And how'd you like it? What's your favorite thing about London?
Man, I love it. The favorite thing is probably the architecture, man.
Yeah.
Like, I find that I love the old school architecture.
Yeah.
And then the introvert in me loves that there's just a lot of, I don't know if you want to call it tourism. I don't know, but just so many. To me, when I've came to Europe, I found that there's so many different cultures and nationalities that's just like you can't just walk up to somebody because they might, speak, Asian. This person might speak German. This person might speak Portuguese. So I think that's one reason and difference of like people here don't really come up to you and start a conversation. Back in America, bro, strangers will walk up to you, dog, and just start talking to you. And the introvert in me hates that. So when I'm here, man, I just love how everybody leaves me alone, bro.
So back home, you don't have so many different cultures and the diversity is not the same as it is here.
Nah, man.
Really?
Absolutely not, man. It just depends on where you go. Obviously, when you go to places like New York City or, LA, you'll find multicultural. But other than that, man, it's always predominantly something.
Cool. Okay. So you're from what part of America?
Michigan, which is the Midwest, baby. Yeah.
Always, whenever I hear that, I always think about Floyd Mayweather immediately.
Man, come on now. Yep. Grand Rapids, Michigan.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Home of Floyd Mayweather, man.
There you go. Boxing fan?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Floyd Mayweather fan?
He's the GOAT, man. He's the cream of the crop. He's the GOAT. He's right there with Tyson to me. I love Tyson. I love Floyd Mayweather.
Who's the best boxer of all time?
Mike Tyson.
Really?
Yes.
Over Ali?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
In
right.
their primes,
Yeah.
Tyson was just untouchable, dog.
Okay.
And
all
I
right.
just feel like with his head movement and his power, he would have broke Ali's jaw.
Never really. Well, he says that he would lose.
I know, out of respect.
Yeah.
Yes, you gotta respect the
I hear
OGs, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about your time here in London so far. So how long have you been here so far and what have you been getting up to?
Yeah, so I've been here for, what is this, day, man, I think 3 now?
Okay.
It's day 2. Wow, look at that. Well, it feels like day 3. I've been here a couple
hanging around
days.
the match, it does feel like you've been here a lot longer. I understand, but
Man, the jet lag hit different this morning, my bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it though. I'm here till Monday. So.
Okay. Right. So what have you done in the last 2 days then? Effectively, have you been
walk,
working or
walk everywhere? Been doing interviews.
Yeah.
And then I went down to Soho, grabbed some food the other day. We linked up with DJ AG.
Of course,
you know what I mean? And that was lit. So we just been moving and walking everywhere.
So again, I always ask people that aren't from the UK, had you heard of DJ AG before you came to the UK?
Absolutely not.
See, I'm so surprised by that because
Yeah,
in my
me
head,
too.
he's so massive over here.
Bro,
that I'm surprised to
even
hear that people don't know.
what he's doing.
Yeah.
There's nobody doing that in the US, bro. And I'm just sitting there like, this is genius.
I don't know if there's anyone doing it worldwide, to be honest with you.
That's a tour. He can take that on tour.
Yeah. Well, he's gone to Jamaica.
Okay, nice.
And
There we
done that.
go.
Twice.
Yeah.
So would you reckon? So if AG has done it in Jamaica, as I say, if he was to go to America, go to New York, for example, would it work?
Yes. Yep. If he got the right artists, yeah, it definitely would work for sure.
Okay. All right. What was the vibe like? I've still never. I keep saying
man,
I've never
listen,
been.
So yeah, me being Jamaican, bro. Yeah, I was at home, dog. A lot of Jamaican rhythms, a lot of soca. Yeah, a lot of vibes, a lot of dancing. Yeah, good vibes, man.
So was it a carnival theme? Because I saw a couple of posts from when he was in Pop Brixton, wasn't it? It was Pop Brixton.
Yeah, Brixton.
And there was dancers and all that stuff. So was it a carnival theme? Was it Match? Was it like the normal one, or was it just like was it more
pre-carnival?
It was a pre-carnival party. Okay, fine. Yeah. So you performed some of your tracks. How many tracks did you perform?
3.
Okay, how did that go down?
It went good, man.
Yeah.
It went good.
Do you ever get nervous when you're performing to new crowds who may not be familiar with your sound or yourself or your music?
Man, only when I don't know how they're gonna take it. Me being hip hop Jamaican, you know what I'm saying? I felt at home.
Yeah.
But if I were to go to, South London, you know what I mean, at the foot part maybe, you know what I mean, and do some hip hop, it would get a little scary.
Okay. All right. So my normal first question would be, who is Stephen Malcolm? Explain yourself as an artist. We've done all this talking about you performing and all this other stuff.
Right.
And we haven't even introduced you as the artist. So let people know what kind of artist you are and the type of music that you make.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Stephen Malcolm from the Midwest. I'm a young man who, met Jesus at the age of 19 years old, and he radically changed my life. And so I dedicate my craft to Jesus, and I do Christian hip hop music, but I'm Jamaican, so I got the reggae in there. Yeah, man, that's me in a nutshell, man.
So the obvious question is, what happened at 18, 19 that that introduced you to Jesus?
Man, so kind of starts like this, man. I always tell people Stephen Malcolm comes from nothing. My mother was sexually abused when she was little, so she ran away from home and grew up in a foster home.
Okay.
And then she met my dad, who was, Jamaican, and then, they got together and, had me. And then my father got busted on a drug case, and they actually deported him back to Jamaica when I was 9.
Oh, geez,
It's the
okay.
last time I seen him.
Oh, really? So
Okay. Yep,
Is he still alive?
No.
Okay.
Passed away.
Okay.
So yeah, fatherless, and then my mother had an alcohol addiction all my childhood. So I basically had to raise myself, man. I looked to the TV screen, and I always tell people Jordan and Kobe raised me.
Really?
You know what I mean? Because my mom's was busy, with vices, and pops wasn't there, so all I was doing was watching basketball. And so my cousins and my brothers and sisters, they was all, sleeping around with everybody, getting pregnant, gang banging, selling drugs, in and out of jail. But, little old me, I wanted some success out of life. I wanted the good things. I wanted to be like Kobe and Jordan. And so I stayed locked in the gym, man. Grew up an athlete, regular kid, a dancer, going to the clubs, hollering at the ladies, being a little ladies, man, doing a young thing like that. And at the age of 19, man, I got introduced to a hip hop church, bruh.
Okay.
And literally, it was like a God thing, because 3 different people at random times, hey, yo, Steve, man, what you doing Saturday? You should come check out this hip hop church.
Yeah.
And then one of the homies who I played ball with in high school, we was in the gym. Hey, yo, you should come check out this hip hop church. And Broski, I partied with Broski. You know what I mean? So I knew how he got down. And then he's saying, nah, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't mess around with the ladies. Like, I just focus on the Lord.
Yeah.
And he had a meekness about him. And then the last one, of course, a lady invited me to the church. You know what always gets us. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, shorty, what you doing tonight? And she was like, oh, nothing. I'm going to this hip hop church. You should come. And I'm like, you like the 3rd person to tell me about this hip hop church.
Got it.
I want to kick it with you, shorty. Yeah, let's go. The Lord said, boy, you mine, son. And yeah, dog, man, I met Jesus at, like I said, a hip hop church. I walked into a church where I seen young black and brown people that look like me, talk like me, dress like me.
Yeah.
But they love Jesus, bro. And then they on stage, bro, spitting, and it's hard. And then my boys crumping, and it's hard. And they all just dedicate their craft and their love to Jesus. And I'm like, yo, the family life was crazy. I, growing up with no father, young men that's listening, you have trouble with identity at the age of 19 when you grow up with no father. Who am I? What am I supposed to do? That's what I asked myself. That's what I asked God. And he laid the path out before me. And now I'm here in London on the beat.
That was definitely a lot more than I was expecting.
Hey.
But I've got so much questions to ask in just that. So, so in my head, you got introduced to the Lord at 19. In my head, okay, something crazy happened. Maybe it be drugs or alcohol of your own addiction, maybe, or maybe in trouble with somebody else. But it wasn't that. It was literally being introduced by numerous people, and then obviously a female that introduced you, and you said, you know what, you've introduced me, I'm going with you. That's a crazy story, to be fair.
Yeah, man.
But so my number one question would be like, what kept you away from the life that other people had led? So you said your cousins were involved in certain things, gangbanging and whatever it might be. Your mother was still addicted.
Yeah.
And you were under the same roof.
Yeah.
So it's easy to think that's the norm.
Absolutely. Yep.
So what? Because you only know what you know.
You only know
don't
what
know
you
what
know,
you
man.
don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So what stopped you from following your mum's path, and what stopped you from following your cousins? Because I can imagine they were like, "Oh no, Stephen, come with us. That we're going to do this," or even dress it up as something fun, and then before you know it, you're doing something crazy.
Yep.
So what kept you away from both those directions?
Yeah. Wanting identity, man. Wanting purpose, dog. Wanting to be successful, bro, in life. Wanting to be happy. Wanting to have peace, man.
Yeah.
Anybody who you really dig and talk to, who's dealing with trauma, who's dealing with hardships in life, who's dealing with just family drama.
Yeah.
All they really want is peace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, dog, my life at the time, and my sister was a stripper.
Oh my gosh.
Coming home, doing lines of coke and sleeping
at home.
Yeah. And sleeping with whatever guy she brought home. And then my mom.
Older sister, obviously.
Huh?
Older sister.
Yep. My mom was literally sleeping with our next door neighbor who was married.
Your house was chaos.
My cousin, I come home from school one day, he's bagging weed up, bro, in my room.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, like, man, there's got to be more to life, bro. I wanted purpose. I wanted more, bro. I wanted peace, man.
So how were you at school with all this going on in your home life?
Yeah.
And then so you Sunday night, Monday night, whatever it is, this is crazy. This is going on.
Yeah.
Then the next morning, you've got your little backpack on, you're going to school.
With that ball, bro. Looking forward to going to the gym. I would show up. Class started at 8, bro. I'm showing up at 7 to get them shots up. Let me get 100 shots before class. Right when school ends, I'm at the YMCA. Like, bro, to this day, man, my jump shot is crazy.
So what's the YMCA? Let us know what's the YMCA.
It's like the American rec center.
Okay.
For like sports and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yep.
See, we don't have that. So when we go to school here, like you go to school and you're in the playground, there's nothing you can do before class starts. You only get to play whatever you want to play in the playground during the break times. There's no real introduction to anything extra unless you're doing it during the playtime and you creating it yourself. So it's not great. So that's great that you have that outlet.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing that you have that.
Yep.
And then but it's interesting to me. So my partner, she's gonna be at the church fest.
Nice.
She's part of LCGC. So when you see the choir, she's in there somewhere. And she it just doesn't appeal to me. Like so but I think it's amazing, especially when I see like I'm not. My mum's Christian, and I was a altar boy, so I'd be there and a little bit proper boring. But so it never really appealed to me. But I still watch it, and I think it's amazing to see, especially the choirs. Mm-hmm. So I understand the draw for where when you go there and you can see it and you just feel the energy of the place.
Yeah.
So was it the energy? What is it exactly that drew you in and held you?
Yeah. I feel like me finding Jesus to be one of the most interesting, dopest people in the world. Mm-hmm. When you think back about my father abandonment, I finally found a father figure that gave his life for me. Mm-hmm. And so through him, I have access to eternal life, happiness, and peace. Mm-hmm. And that really drew me in because I really felt the love and the presence of God and the Holy Spirit, man. I had like a real encounter. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
so what's that like?
Bruh, it's an overwhelming feeling of weight being lifted off your shoulders and blinders being taken off and a clear vision of what your purpose and identity is. And you become a humble human being who loves to not serve themselves but serve people and tell people about the freedom that you know.
Okay.
Boom.
This is really deep, but so interesting. I'm loving this.
And the thing about it is like, I feel like I'm blessed because I got introduced to Christianity at a pivotal time, not at a young age, but as a pivotal time where I was turning into a young man. And also, dog, my circle, bro, we don't play, bro. Like my pastor he's not pastoring no more. He retired, but he was a ex-gang general.
Okay.
Who, I mean, he was in the streets, but he has a reputation like in Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
Turned pastor, and he's bro, I've never seen him crack. I've never seen, clearly he's not perfect, nobody is, but I've never seen him do anything outside of looking like Jesus, bro. He's real. He preaching with the fitted on, cock to the left still.
Does he really?
Absolutely. With Chuck Taylor's on, bro. Like, and he's just the realest, and he keeps it real. And with us, he just always encouraged me and my brothers, like, guy rolling with me, that's my DJ. That's the guy who I said was crumping on stage the first time I went to the church.
Okay.
We went to a crump session last night.
Yeah.
Just the accountability is always there, and it's not this whack Western Christianity that people see a lot, but it's just our identity, man. We just want to love people and love God, man.
And that's the good thing. So with your pastor, like, people that are on a certain path, they only understand language from certain people that understand their language.
Yeah.
And he understands their language, obviously.
Absolutely,
and then
bro.
Immediately he'll gain their respect before he's even uttered the first word.
Facts.
So
yeah,
that's a good thing. I like that.
Yeah.
So you went into this church. It was a hip hop church, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Many of them in America? We definitely don't have any in the UK.
Nope. There's literally only like 2.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you went there. So I'm assuming I'm trying to get a picture of it. So there was a normal day would be there'll be like psalms and whatever read out, but there'll also be people performing. So it's just a normal church service, but with performances.
So basically the difference is, what I tell people is, one, it's youth driven. So usually you walk into a church and the door people greeting you, you know, they're older people. And then, you know, the people at the cafe, older people, the people that seat you, older people that come collect the money, older people, right? At this church, bro, you walk in, it's a high school kid saying, hey, welcome to the Edge. How you doing? In the cafe, it's high school students working at the cafe, all leading worship. The worship leader is not older than 25.
So it's a youth center, effectively.
It's a youth-driven church, and that was the mentality of the pastor. He said, "You want to see youth's life change? Give them opportunity."
Yeah.
So that's what he did. He built a studio in the church because me and my bro started taking music for real. So he got a grant, and
also it wasn't there before.
No.
So you basically are the responsibility, are the reason for that studio being built in the church.
Basically, because what happened was, after a year of going there, the pastor was like, you know, how do you want to serve? It's time to get up off your butt, serve God, serve his people. He knew I rapped. I've always, you know, rap coming from where I come from. He was like, yo, you want to hop on the worship team? Because it was all rap. It was all Lecrae songs, or we would write our own raps. And we had a producer in the church as well.
Okay.
And so we did it, and, you know, he seen something. And so, he got a grant to build a studio in the church, and we built the studio, and then we like each week we would teach high school kids as an after school program how to record and write music. So that paid for the studio, and then had us discipling younger high school kids. But then me, bro, I would sleep in the church, bro, recording all night. That was my independent grind for 5 years, dog. Part-time job, get off work, go into the studio, and just be there all night, bro.
Incredible.
Wake up. Toothbrush in the bathroom. The pastor sometimes will have to yell at me and broski, be like, yo, don't leave y'all toothbrush in the bathroom. Make sure y'all take it out before Sunday.
Man.
So, yeah.
So this church was going for a while. So why hadn't they decided to create a studio before? Or what is it that you did that inspired them to say, now's the time we need a studio?
I think I was the first one to actually come in there and be serious about, hey, I think God is calling me to turn this thing into a career.
Amazing.
And so then I got like all the fellas together, all the rappers in the church, and I was like, yo, let's shoot a cypher and throw it on YouTube.
So you did.
And I got a beat for all of us, and it's still on YouTube to this day. I look like a little kid, man. And we're all going, and people, I think I was the first one to kind of bubble up like, hey, y'all, we're all talented. We should really take this rap thing seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned Lecrae a little bit earlier, and as far as I know, I know there's going to be numerous artists, but I think if you ask anybody to name a rapper from the church, that will be the first name that people come up with.
He's the face.
So who, other than him, did you have any other inspirations, or was it just you inspired by what you saw?
No, so when I first came to the church, I didn't even know what Christian hip hop. I didn't even know it existed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Didn't even know who Lecrae was. But then I got introduced to him, and then I got introduced to Andy Mineo. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Yeah, and with the name, I've never heard any of his songs, but I know he's another hip-hop artist. Yeah,
he was my favorite when I first started because he had swag from New York, and he had bars, and he could fast rap. So that's a Midwest thing. And Andy Mineo and Lecrae was my first two introductions, and of course KB. And it's crazy because now they're all homies now, bruh.
Yeah, really?
Look at God.
Okay, all right.
It's crazy.
So have you actually performed with them?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah,
amazing stuff.
Got songs with them as well. Still waiting on the Lecrae one. The Lecrae one is coming soon.
Yeah.
I hit him up, and he was working on literally like 3 things all in one season. So he's like, yo, next season, I got you.
Okay.
So next season will be Malcolm and Lecrae season. But everybody else, we got records.
Okay.
It's dope.
So your music, obviously inspired by God, inspired by your faith.
Yeah.
Something that I found really interesting, and your song, All God.
Hey.
Okay. So the cover of that song.
Yeah. Powerful.
That's your family.
Yes, sir.
People don't really put their families on covers. They'll have like a model pretending to be their wife, and other models pretending to be their kids.
Right.
What made you say, you know what, this is my family, this is me?
Because the world needs to know that there are present, faithful Black fathers and husbands out there. Period. We exist. So yeah.
Are they part of the church as well?
Yeah. Yep. We go. We actually go to a different church now.
Okay.
The pastor retired, and just whole new season. And then also, like I said, it was youth driven.
Yes.
And so now I'm in like a grown season, father with kids and stuff. So yeah, me and my wife, we actually go to this other church called G2G, and we both serve too, man. It feels good. It feels like different season in the hip hop church grew me as a young man, and now this church is growing me as a man.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Okay, it's amazing stuff. So let's fast forward to what you got going on at the moment.
Yes, sir.
Got a new single out now.
Yeah, man.
What's the single called?
Oh God.
Okay. No, what about Yes?
That too, dog. Bro, I've been dropping like literally every month.
Okay. So yeah, because All God came out, what, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And then, man, like probably 3 weeks before that, Yes, featuring For King and Country.
Oh, so Yes came out before that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So All God's a new one?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Yes was, I thought Yes was the other way around. Okay.
We working.
You're doing a lot. So what's your plan with your releases then?
Just release once a month, man. That's, with the new wave, with everything that's going on. I want to really galvanize the fan base. Who is the Stephen Malcolm fan base, and how can I feed them? And I was doing the whole dropping an album once a year.
Yeah.
I love dropping the albums and making things cohesive in storytelling as a whole. But I've learned that that's for the fan base.
Right,
the fan base wants to hear the album and the complete story.
Yes.
But growing the fan base, you got to give them the singles. So yeah, man, switch gears now. I want to be a different, consistent grind, and with content being key. You know what I mean? Shout out to the cameras and all that stuff. Yeah, bro, I'm dropping a single a month.
I hear it.
This year.
Already recorded and good to go? Or
man, listen, I got 40 songs in a folder.
Crazy.
40 fire.
Crazy
songs, man.
So when you're making, so it's going to sound like a stupid question because I've already heard it in my head and it's definitely stupid. But when you creating music, the theme is always going to be around the same sort of premise: God, Christianity, your faith.
No, nope. I'm not one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys who I have to talk about life, and then keep in mind my whole life has not been Christianity. I've seen, I've experienced, and even more so, I've been inspired by things that aren't specifically Christianity. My first song that blew up, Fuego, if you go watch the video was inspired by Desperado, the movie Desperado with Antonio Banderas.
Oh, okay, right, yeah, okay,
bro.
Yeah, okay.
And so, I'm inspired.
Old school, yeah.
I'm inspired by life, man. And even one song on my last album, Boats, man, is about making love to my wife, but not everybody knows that because.
What song's that?
Hold on, hold on, let me.
I can't believe you had to check. It's your song.
I know, right? Which is sad, but it was named something else because I couldn't really name it what I wanted to name it. You know what I mean? But hold on, let me check because I really wanna find out. Everything I Need.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
Okay. Yeah,
I just, I remember just, sex in the context of marriage is beautiful, and I feel like it's not talked about enough, and that's why there's so much garbage in the church. But yeah, me and my wife, man, we was on a nice little vacay, man, and you know what I'm saying, things turned up, and it just was a beautiful moment, and just Yeah, you know, the wine, you know, the wine, you know, when it comes to the Caribbean, you know, flow and the rhythm and stuff like that, it was just all there. And so I put it in a song, and then boom, 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 boom.
Anyone who's not watching this on the YouTube but just listening audibly, you'd never know that Stephen has just actually relived that moment. And
I'm reliving that moment during that song. So next time you hear Everything I Need on Boats, just know what I'm talking about now.
Stephen, listen, it's been a pleasure catching up with you. And it's been so interesting hearing your story, actually. It's definitely took a turn that I didn't expect, but it's an amazing story.
Bless up, bro.
Congratulations for you for coming through all that, because that can't have been easy.
Man, no.
Are you still, like, your family, are you close to family? Are they involved in do they hear your music? Are they proud of your journey?
Yeah, absolutely. And even to touch on that, man, I remember you saying, you know, what was my mindset behind wanting to change. Mm-hmm. And man, to this day, dog, I'll have conversations with my cousin who was gangbanging and bagging up that tree in my room.
Yeah.
And he'll literally like make comments. I'll be like, you know, what do you like to do, cuz? What do you? And I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got to get out, Steve. I got to meet more people.
Yeah.
And I see the effect if I would have stayed in that box.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I consistently, I know who I am and the light that I bring to the family. So, yeah, I'm always kicking it with cuzzos and my sister and, you know, babysitting her kids and just really being involved. You know what I mean? I had coffee with my mom before leaving.
Nice.
To here. So yeah, super involved with I got to baptize my mom actually. Wicked. After I got saved, it kind of.
Is she now okay?
She's sober now.
Yep.
Yes,
Brilliant.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Praise God, man. Sober and a totally different person.
Wicked.
Much more quiet, not as crazy. And my sister as well, man. She, you know, cut the yayo and all the craziness like that, and now she's a mother.
Amazing.
So slow down and yeah, man, super close to my family still, bro. And then, you know, with the kids and my wife, man, that's my love, man.
Two kids, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any more?
No, I'm done.
Done.
done. Listen, man, kids changed the game. I got my boy who's older. I got my girl.
Yeah.
Beautiful family, man.
Amazing. Stephen Malcolm, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Bless up, my bro. Appreciate you, dog.
Nice one. Thank you.
Yes, sir.